yourself on the floor. When the man with the power and the dollar says you ain't worth a cent. When the sky's gone dark and the wolf's at the door, and you're locked in a battle with yourself on the floor. When the man with the power and the dollar says you ain't worth a cent, and your wings won't fly and your words won't flow. You can't force a smile and they won't leave you alone. I see the light in you, let it shine again. 'Cause you were born for the fire, raised by the storm, braver together, loud and in fun. Heart full of country, soul full of grit. We don't run, we rise, and we don't quit. Oh, we don't run, we rise, and we don't quit. I know a woman with a lion's heart and a pretty blue dress with a shopping cart. Head full of dreams, gonna change the world. Got a body of words they say won't sell, and a way with words that she won't tell. I see the light in you, let it shine again. 'Cause you were born for the fire, raised by the storm, braver together, loud and in fun. Heart full of country, soul full of grit. We don't run, we rise, and we don't quit. Hey, we don't run, we rise, and we don't quit. We don't.
Good morning, Patriot family. Thank you for joining Out of Pocket with Allie and Michelle. We are so glad to be with you guys today. It's
I
been a
am.
minute.
It has been a minute, and we had the long weekend. We had obviously everybody, however you decide to memorialize Memorial Day. It gives us a shorter week this week, and it makes every day feel like Monday. Yesterday was very heartfelt and moving. I went to a Memorial Day tribute. And seeing all of the former military, all the veterans there, and hearing their memories of loved ones and friends that did not return, it's just, we got to always make sure that we never forget.
Nope. You guys know this. It takes a very significant level of sacrifice. And we have to honor those that have given everything,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and their
Definitely.
families as well that
Definitely.
they left behind. So yeah.
Well, I hope you guys were able to hug your loved ones a little tighter over the weekend. But today's show is going to, we're just going to rip the Band-Aid off it. We're going to show you how the nation celebrated Memorial Day and memorialized all of our veterans and all that the people in our military and their families have gone through. So exciting to see a country that loves this country, leaders that love this country.
Yep.
And
don't want to dismantle it or destroy it.
thank you.
Goodness, thank you very much.
So in case you weren't able to see it, we want to make sure you guys see how the nation commemorated it. Plus, we're going to talk a little bit about the
Texas primary, you guys.
today. So
Today's today.
we've got obviously the Senator John Cornyn, who is Thune's, Senate Leader Thune's pick.
Nope.
He is running against the current Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, who is Trump's pick.
Yep.
So we're going to get to that. Plus, Allie, Tim Burchett says bring back public hangings. I didn't say it. He did. You're going to have to stay tuned.
I don't know. All right, let's keep that mic open and stay out of pocket.
Here we go.
Two queens, no filter, say what they feel. Allie and Michelle keep it way too real. Politics, family, yeah, we go there. If it's out of line, we don't care. It's out of pocket.
it's out of pocket. We're out of pocket. More than likely, you're out of pocket, which is why we get along so well. Allie, I was saying before we started, before we fastened in here in the studio, that when I'm around other women, and for whatever reason they're not true like women's women, you know what I mean, like where they don't adjust your crown, it's very weird because I think we've spoken. We've both been traumatized in the past by female relationships that turn out to be like just weird cattiness, like all this stuff, competitive. You and I've never had that issue. And so I feel like I'm healed from that. So now when I'm around it, I'm like,
Ooh,
it's right.
like it's not that serious, baby girl. Like, why are we attacking each other? Like,
Or
why are we doing this?
competing.
Or yeah, for what?
Because like we can both get there.
Yeah, and girl, I don't want your man. Like,
Definitely.
why are we playing? Like,
can have All right. So let's take a look at how the
sorry, just a little out of pocket.
For a moment. And it just was in my
Out of
head. and I had
pocket.
to talk about it.
My bad.
We're going to see how, what the White House put out for Memorial Day. Get your tissues ready. It is a tearjerker. Take a look.
On this sacred occasion for our nation, we take the day for memories of our very best.
Around the world, we unite in solemn observance. With reverent hearts, we honor those who fell so that our republic might stand.
We owe a debt to the people who put on a uniform, knowing they might never come back.
Those who died so that our nation could live. And we do intend with all our strength and heart to hold high the torch our heroes handed to us, and we will never, ever let it fall. We do believe with all our souls in the mission that God has given to America.
They fought not because they hate what's in front of them, but because they love what's behind them.
We commit to make the United States of America the very best version of itself, and that is how we honor those who gave their lives to this country.
You know, Alex, never thought, I mean, forgive me, but I've never thought of it that way. That, I mean, I've thought about it with loved ones that we've said goodbye to in our own personal lives, but that's how we honor those. Because sometimes I haven't served in the military. So sometimes when I'm around veterans and I hear their stories, or widows, and I hear the stories of their loved ones, I feel guilty because they've given so much. But the only part that I can play and that we can play now is to not let it be for nothing.
That part. You have to live a life worthy of their sacrifice. You have to defend the nation in the ways that you can. Not everybody is chosen to fight and pick up battle rattle and put on combat boots and go to the military, join it and do,
Right.
even if we're at peacetime. Not a lot of people are willing or able. So if you're not willing and able to do it that way, there are other ways to defend the nation.
Right.
That requires your participation in our own governance. That means getting involved locally.
Yeah.
That means showing up to vote responsibly in our midterms and in our elections. You know what I mean? Responsibly. And I mean that like sincerely, like
Absolutely. Because
educating yourself on what candidates that you need to vote for. Like this situation in Texas.
yes.
You have John Cornyn, who has largely not done anything in the Senate.
No, he has
Especially
been
when it comes to the passing the Save America Act.
been a lame duck in a lot of ways. And you know, if the leader of the Senate is advocating for somebody on his team that he wants to give another chance, and he can't even do the right thing by passing the Save America Act, the one thing that the president has asked him to do, then no, you don't get you know what, your players get traded.
Amen. That part.
In a trade up. So yeah, thankful just for that clip with I want to show a quick clip of, I didn't realize they did it, not every president has chosen to go this big.
Yes, I
with
know.
Memorial Day, which I think is why
It's amazing.
it's why we're showing so much from what took place, because there were so many things happening at once. It was hard to keep up with it. This is the U.S. Armed Forces, the opening of the National Memorial Day Parade. Take a look.
As we commemorate this 250th anniversary of America, we remember those who made it all possible. From the Military District of Washington, today's Freedom 250 National Memorial Day Parade ceremonial honor guard joins in honor of all who have sacrificed these last 250 years.
Fantastic.
I mean, did it look like I wasn't there clearly? Was it raining? Did it rain? I don't know.
It was. It was
It
raining.
rained later in the day here in Florida. So
But I mean, it's awesome to see this this giant celebration of America 250th anniversary of our independence, not of America, of our independence.
yes.
And honestly, we wouldn't have an Independence Day if there wasn't a Memorial Day.
That's I love that. They're bookends in a lot of ways.
Very much so.
Well, and I love that you did bring it into correction in saying that we're really not celebrating America 250. It is the independence that we've gotten. That's 200 because really our nation's birth was long before that. And if you let them rewrite it to only go back to 1776, you're going to lose a lot of the origins in faith that caused this country to be written in its founding documents the way it was. So I like that you said that. Very good. This one, I've never seen this done before. This is how much I've probably not paid attention all the time. I didn't know that this was a part of the ceremony. Maybe
Yes.
not every president's done it, but it's laying the wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier. Take a look and we'll talk about it. Let's take a listen. So what's key about that is you've got obviously Secretary of War Pete Hegseth, who has seen combat.
Served in the Army.
JD Vance, right?
Served what, in the Navy?
I
Or Air Force? I think it's Navy.
Are you sure it's not Marines?
It might be.
Because I feel like there's always this back and forth between
Oh.
you know how certain branches give each other crap.
I
Well,
don't remember.
I mean, it just these are people that know what it's like to lay it all on the line.
And then wasn't President Trump like in college? ROTC or something like that?
I am not I'm not sure because I know they've given him a lot of crap about it, just like they did Bush Jr. Because obviously it's just like anything else. You don't have to be a teacher in order to run for school board.
Right.
You don't have to be somebody who's served prior, although it does give you this different,
An edge, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Because sometimes you got generals and people that are in, the 5 stars that make decisions that don't actually benefit or support, boots on the ground. So, it just really just depends on the kind of person, I think, not necessarily their service. But every president has done the laying of the wreath. And I think this is, I like seeing it with President Trump and Secretary of War and our vice president. It's just something about it. The way that they love America, the way that they have reverence for it is just, it's different. It hits different.
And the idea that we don't have the identification of everybody who came back. Or did they come back and there was nobody here to claim them? Did they what does that look like? And think about, it tells a different story of what that was probably like for people. I think of, storming the beaches of Normandy. These were young people for the most part, youngsters just starting their lives. It reminds you that, there are people that laid down everything for our country and you can't get out and vote. Sorry, went there, ripped the Band-Aid off. Mom loves you.
Said it. What? You listen, there are people that have laid down their lives some of them against their will.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, right?
Some of them against their will, and you can't go vote.
Don't do it, guys. Come on. Like, you
Talk
do it.
about taking your freedoms for granted. First world problems, I guess.
We're not letting it
Right?
happen in 2026, though,
I'm
man.
not doing it anymore. Y'all better get involved. I'm not playing.
Let's listen to one of my new favorites. And I say that because I wasn't always a fan of his. Whenever somebody said something like really not pro-Trump, especially in the early days, I was like, you just don't get it. You just don't get it. And then when he ran for vice president, he was like, I admit I didn't get it.
Secretary Kennedy said that. You have Marco Rubio. You have Tulsi Gabbard.
There's
you
two
have,
Democrats right off the bat that found their way to common sense.
There's others. There's so many others that
There
have
are.
literally said the same thing. The entire walkaway movement, like thousands, hundreds of thousands of people that have woken up and been like, oh, the media has been lying to me. 34 felonies and like there's absolutely no truth to any of it. Like what? Yes, that part.
Weaponized DOJ. Let's take a listen to JD Vance in his wonderful remarks.
Veterans, and we're joined by so many of you. Sometimes Memorial Day is the most somber and the most sacred of the days on the American calendar. People will come up to our veterans and say things like Happy Memorial Day, or may you have a blessed Memorial Day. And those of us who served know acutely that today is not for all veterans as much as we love all of our veterans. Today is for those veterans who put on the uniform, who went overseas, and who never came home. When I think about the debt that we owe them, I think about all the things that they gave, which can't be measured in dollars or in the things of this world, but are measured in things like weddings that they never got to attend, children that they never saw grow up, daughters and sons that they never got to hug and kiss again, loved ones, husbands and wives. They traded every moment, from the moment where they gave their lives to the moment where they would ultimately meet their natural end. Every single one of those moments they gave up that the United States might remain the freest and best country in the entire world. What an amazing thing. What an amazing gift.
I am so amazed by Vice
shocked.
President JD Vance.
I am shocked and so impressed. The event that I attended yesterday, Allie, they had a woman come up, former veteran of, I believe, the Army, and she had since started a nonprofit organization helping veterans with and their families with what they struggle with, whether it be PTSD, mental health issues. And she made a great proclamation, I guess, that we are still losing our veterans to to suicide. And then she talks about the ways in which you battle. Like the battle for some of them did not end when they came back to this country.
Right.
And I think when you think about Memorial Day, those are the ones too that there, believe it or not, there are people in your community, right in your backyard, who served and don't have to lay their life down for it. They just need help. And I don't know, it's kind of like a suicide prevention message as well.
100%. I mean, there's a lot of people that have survivor's guilt.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Wow.
And they replay those moments over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's a loop. It is a big loop. And then there's that piece of, I'm not doing enough to honor those that have left. What can I do to honor those of my battle buddies, those my brothers and sisters in arms that did give their life, that I saw give their life, right, for our freedom, for America, just in the fact that they did anyway. Right. So it's like, well, then you battle with that. Like, how am I supposed to honor them in that way?
Yeah.
Some people choose service still to serve in their communities,
You're right.
but others are debilitated by that. They can't. It's difficult when that's trauma. When you are traumatized through whatever situation you're in, it's hard for you to get through that loop. And when you go to the VA and all they're doing is pushing psychological drugs, drugs on you that don't help you, that actually make things worse. You're not able to
sacrifice,
to
yeah.
get through that. You're not able to get through it. You're not able to hop over that hump. And you need to be able to have those conversations.
Yes.
I don't want you to help me. I don't want you to tell me how I feel. I want to tell you how I feel and the problems that I'm having and experiencing. And your job as a counselor and a psychologist or a psychiatrist is to walk me through how to get through it, how to
Yes.
process it.
Right.
How can I get over it? How can I get past it? How can I move through it? Not how do I numb
Medicate it. How do I medicate it? You're so right, Allie. And we are talking later on in the week about an enormous amount of fraud that we're seeing coming out. I mean, millions of billions of dollars. And when it is so frustrating to see that we somehow in this country have not yet found a valid way of providing for those who literally gave it all. Listen, we can memorialize those that didn't come back, but what are we doing for the ones that did? I mean,
Not enough.
All the guilt of an entire nation because people laid down their lives. We don't have to have that guilt. We need to take care of the ones that are here or the ones that are left behind by the ones that gave it all. And I think it's just the more we do this and the more we honor and hold in reverence those that have gone into battle and what our country's history is in that realm, the more we can hold that in reverence, the more we will put our money and our wealth in this nation behind the right causes. Because like you've always said, Allie, when you fall in love with something and it touches your heart and you're gripped by it, you're more likely to pour into it and to want to give to it.
Yep. And I get into a lot of trouble with this, sis, because you've seen me speak about it.
Yes.
We've spoken about it in rooms of hundreds of people.
Yes.
And the looks I get are like, oh, and then people cry in the audience.
Yep.
Because how dare you celebrate and honor Memorial Day? How dare you thank a veteran on Veterans Day and Armed Services Day, and you celebrate Independence Day, but you're not coming out here boots on ground trying to do anything to live a life worth of their sacrifice.
Yep.
How dare you say that you support those that have given everything for them, for this country, for their families?
Yeah.
Who have given everything, just like JD Vance says, from the moment that they passed to the moment that they would have reached their natural end. They've given up all those moments.
Yes.
And you can sit on your hands and not be involved locally, politically?
Or don't see the point. I still run into people that don't see the point.
But then you're going to sit there and say you support veterans and Memorial Day.
They don't see the point in getting out and voting and engaging with their elected representatives. Did COVID not teach you anything? And I know like sometimes we're preaching to the choir here, but these are talking points that you can use when you reach when you're at the grocery store, when you're at a parent gathering. I mean, you might not have many friends later. Ask Allie and I. We all mean I know, but these are the talking points you can use. That's it. It's it. It just ends with Allie.
Our circle's really small.
Our circle just went, and I'm like, we're
Okay.
good. We're good with that. But it's because these are the things you can say to help pull people out of that slumber that really the enemy wants you to be in. The enemy wants you to be in a slumber when it comes to your passion, to your calling, to your children, to your families, to your community, and yes, to your nation and sovereignty and freedoms. And so if we can pull people out of that, that is what we need to do. Here's Secretary of War Pete Hegseth. Here's some of his remarks. He's good. Take a listen.
But this solemn day, we must remember that our republic was forged and purchased with blood. American blood. So take pause today and consider the transformation these warriors went through for our nation. Share it with your kids and your grandkids. We must. Ordinary men, when called, can become our heroes. They fought not because they hate what's in front of them, but because they love what's behind them. And so may the ones we remember today live on in every flag that flies. May they live on in every voice of a school child who says the Pledge of Allegiance. May they live in our prayers to Almighty God.
So cute.
I love that.
I love it.
Almighty God. Well, Allie, one of the things that I noticed at the event I went to yesterday is that we really weren't asking the question, who's Democrat, who's Republican, who's independent. We weren't really asking who voted for Trump, who voted for Harris. Those weren't the questions that were out in the audience. But after the service was done and after I went home and was kind of going through working on some stuff for the campaign, I realized that even though that's not the time to be political and to be, to be polarized, it is the reason why you look with a fine-tooth comb at what each political party and each candidate stands for. Because how do you go into some of these countries as somebody with boots on, lacing up their boots, going into these countries to see the dichotomy of what Iraq or, whatever country you're going into, what they stand for versus what our country stands for. And then you don't, as people left behind here, you don't also at least look at who you're electing and what do they stand for. I hope this helps to push us into the 2026 midterms with a lot of voter turnout.
Well, and I think it will. I'm hoping that it does, especially with what's going on in Texas right now. And we have a lot of races nationally that are pertinent to the preservation of American sovereignty moving into the 26, 27, 28 years, right? And I think what Secretary Hegseth kind of touched on is that Reagan saying, right, that freedom is not passed down through your bloodline. It is taught. It has to be passed down through our education system properly, right? Not hijacked by people that want Americans to feel like they've been oppressed their entire lives and sitting on stolen land. First of all, it was fought for and we won. All times that it's been fought for. It's not a conquering if you're at war, right?
Yeah.
If there's been battles for the land, it's not stolen. It was fought for and paid for by the blood of those who have given their lives for the land, right?
Our soil is literally anointed with the blood of men and women who fought for this country. And Allie, for those people that think that want to use the stolen land, the stolen land argument, what point in history do you want to go back to? Because our entire globe has seen the redrawing of lines, countries, sovereign nations over battles. So what point of history are you comfortable going back to? Because if we go back far enough, I'll show you where it's all God's. And then you're not going to like that. And you're going to say separation of church and state, which is not a real thing. So, just be careful how far back you want to redraw those lines, because I'll take you back to Christ and you're not going to be happy.
Oh my goodness. But yes, may the sacrifice of those that have come before us who have bought this land with their blood, like Jesus has bought your salvation with his.
Why is our circle small again?
Again, because that's why. And
you can't handle the
because the path is narrow. That's why. We're just giving you church today. It's all good. It needs to. Wasn't it Pentecost this last weekend? Listen, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I love y'all. We're on a tangent right now. But yes, it needs to be breathed. The life needs to be in the breath of those that are children that are raising their right hand to put their hand over their heart to give the oath of, yes, we pledge allegiance to this United States of America, and everyone else that comes out
to the republic for which it stands, not the open democracy to which it stands. I'm just saying
the democratic.
We don't have an open-ended democracy.
No.
I'm sorry, it's a republic. So let's wind it up. You know what?
Listen, what the boss has
While we've got the Trump derangement syndrome audience that kind of tunes in just to be haters, while we've got them on high, take a look at who's still your president. Let's take a listen.
Today here at Arlington, a very special place that how burial grounds, battlefields across the country and around the world, we unite in solemn observance. With reverent hearts, we honor those who fell so that our republic might stand, those who died so that our nation could live, those who gave up their sacred light on earth so that the sublime light of American freedom would shine forever and ever. This Memorial Day, we salute them, we exalt them, and we thank them for all that we have and for all that they gave. They gave everything. God bless our fallen heroes. We're joined today by some of those they left behind, our incredible Gold Star families, incredible people. To every person here and across America who holds tight to the memory of a warrior taken from them, we will never, ever forget the ones you loved. Less than 6 weeks from now, our nation will reach a historic milestone, 250 years of majestic American independence, something.
Rhymes, bring it back, Zach. Like, I don't think that's for nothing. I think that's a God ordained thing.
Bring it back.
Bring it
Zach.
back.
Bring it back.
Oh, we can make like a little song. Zach's like, no, let's not do that. I'm not for that. But, I love how he says, we honor those who fell so that our republic can stand.
He's right. He's right. So go out and vote in the midterms. Sorry.
If you're in Texas right now, we will forgive you. Push pause on the live feed and go vote in the
go
primary.
take the freaking phone with you and have it on as you're listening in the car, out the car, in the line, at the grocery store. Listen,
Listen,
because this is where you're going to get the news.
Mijita,
I'm
take
sorry.
it with you. No, I
But
love
still,
it. I love
but
it.
still go vote. Go vote.
Well, you guys, we are going to take a quick break. We want to thank Talk Red for this wonderful platform. Thank all of you for watching. You're going to want to get some cigars from Liberty Cigars. That way you're prepared to celebrate America 250. We'll be right back with more Out of Pocket after this.
From the heart of Marietta, Georgia, comes a tribute to the spirit of liberty. Liberty Cigars, where history meets craftsmanship. Each cigar tells a story. The Founders Collection honors the visionaries who shaped a nation. The President's House Collection celebrates the leaders who steered it. And the Naval Series salutes the heroes who defended it. Handcrafted with precision, each blend mirrors the essence of its namesake. From the boldness of George Washington to the elegance of Thomas Jefferson. Indulge in a moment of reflection. Light a Liberty cigar and savor the legacy. Discover your story at libertycigars.com, because every great nation deserves a great cigar. Liberty Cigars, smoke the history. And don't forget to use promo code OpenMic for 10% off your order.
Fixing my hair in the commercial break.
I mean, why not?
Because we're girls. Somebody, Allie, pause for just a second.
Pump your brakes.
How many
Sorry.
times are we told, and I'm going to say we because I'm including you in this
Sure.
because you're my battle buddy.
Yep.
How many times are we told things about lip color and neckline and heel height as women in this industry? And I have to say every time lovingly
It is not lovingly when they say it.
that you, to the people who don't understand, we are women. And as the party
That knows what a woman is.
we celebrate it. And I'm just going to say,
I don't have an OnlyFans.
I don't.
So
But this is our, I mean, I guess what I'm saying is it was said to me the other day, something about high heels and, you're running for school board and you shouldn't. I said, wait a minute, you will allow a man to put on a size 13 Jimmy Choo and pretend that he's a woman, but you got a problem with a woman being a woman? Like, sit down. We're good. We don't agree on this. It's okay.
how do my high heels affect policy?
I know my click clack make you nervous.
Which is why they always call moms to come lobby. I mean, I'm saying. How does my lip color?
I had a representative say that not that long ago. Like, when we hear that click,
No,
click,
for sure.
like,
We're like, oh
crap, what
man,
did we
we're
do?
in trouble. Like, no, for real. But like, how does my lip color?
sneakers don't hit the same. I'm sorry.
They don't.
They're for door knocking.
Right. That's what that's for. Which is why we carry them in our cars, because we're always in heels. And we're Latina. Like every single Latina. Listen, a Latina abuelita out there somewhere has shown her grandchildren, her niños, okay, that you don't walk out the house without your lips and without your heels.
Because you
okay?
never know who you're going to run into.
Listen,
Thank you, Mom. I love you. Thank you.
My abuelita
Mhm.
is in her like 80s and she still rocks a mean pair of stilettos. Like I've been going through her closet like, ma'am, you got some vintage Christian Louboutins, ma'am. Can I have those when you're done?
I love the Latina.
I mean, you broke your foot. How'd you sprain your ankle, break your ankle, you still wearing heel? Ma'am,
Because you got to do what you got to do.
can I please? No, seriously. She won't wear them. Listen, she'll wear them with shorts. She'll wear them with a skirt. She'll wear them with jeans. You lucky she ain't putting them on with some sweatpants. Because that woman, she'll go shopping. She go to the grocery store. She'll go pay bills to go cash a check. Listen. And don't forget your lips. Don't you dare walk out the house.
But I had somebody tell me the other day we were door knocking for my campaign, and I was
chime in.
I was stepping from the road onto somebody's driveway, and I almost bit it. Is what I almost did. And she was like, "What are you doing? Like you're in? What shoes are you wearing?" And they were sneakers, and she's like, "You don't know how to walk in sneakers, do you?" And I'm like,
Nope.
"For real though, I think some of us." Miita, I think it's the high arches. I'm blaming it on the high arches that caused me to need to be like, I don't know.
And you're a dancer. Like, it's just
not like that.
I mean, calmate, okay?
I mean, okay. Anyway,
moving
on to Texas and your primary. You know, they say things are bigger in Texas. I can't confirm or deny that, but this is a huge, thank you for, thank you for.
Yeah, they definitely bigger in Texas. Look.
I keep forgetting. We're live. Keep going. Okay. If this was us, we would have stopped for a while there. Okay. Huge. Mas grande.
I'm sorry.
Primary going on in Texas. Obviously, you've got Senate Leader Thune's pick in.
First of all, how do you go against the Trump pick?
Thune, you go against everything Trump's trying to do right now. Like he doesn't know how to find the right side of an issue.
Like with this pick, I get it with some others, but this one,
yeah, I get it. We're not lockstep with all of Trump's endorsements, but this is the people's endorsement, quite honestly. And when you're Senator Thune, listen, as Senator Thune, the leader of the Senate, I would be like, thanks. I don't want your endorsement because you haven't done anything right in the last. I mean, you can't nuke the filibuster. You can't bring the Save America Act forward. There's so many things that you have not done. It's been like a bottleneck, as Allie calls it. But Scott Pressler's had it when he it's like that guy from the Weather Channel here in Florida when they're like, oh, if he shows up,
yes.
you know
like it's serious.
You know that the hurricane's coming your way. If Scott Pressler shows up, boots on the ground, you've done something wrong. Take a look.
To this person, I make a promise right here and now. If Senate Majority Leader Thune does not pass the Save America Act, then I am going to Texas. Senate Majority Leader Thune wants to protect John Cornyn in the Senate, the incumbent, and the May 26th primary Senate runoff is coming up. So everybody in Texas, you have the opportunity. If Thune isn't going to give us what we want, then we are going to take away what he has. And in Louisiana, you have Senator Cassidy, who is up for election on Tuesday, November 3rd, 2026. If he doesn't get 50% of the vote, it goes to a runoff in December. And just so this person knows, with my platform, this year I've already been to Indiana, Florida, Pennsylvania, Utah to help with redistricting. I'm going to Indiana for the Cinco de Mayo primary. I've been going to Virginia for the April 21st referendum. I hope people vote no. We have a primary in Pennsylvania on May 19th. So no, I promise you, I am using my platform, and I'm probably respectfully one of the only influencers on the ground doing the actual boots on the ground work. So you have my commitment that I'm going to continue putting in that work.
There you go. Indeed. This guy has been successful in the
I mean, a shout out to the girls might be nice.
Just say no playing, but
no, just kidding.
No, really, I mean, there are others that are doing, but not at the level that Scott Pressler's doing. So yes, we definitely love this, and I love that he is doing it.
Have you seen his country? He's got quite a collection of country boots.
No, I have not.
Oh,
I have not.
Oh, it's very nice.
But
wear them in Texas.
I like how he is saying if Senate Leader Thune cannot do what we're asking him to do, then we are going to take away what he has. And that should be everybody's posture in 2026 midterms. All of these races are national races. I don't care where you're at.
Yep. Because you can donate from anywhere, and you can phone bank for them anywhere, and you can get the word out.
These
from
races are national races, and the reason why I say that is because they don't just vote for who is in their constituency. When they make votes for the entire nation.
Yes.
And if something that is beneficial to the American people that will continue to keep our sovereignty where it is, or advance it, make it more secure, and it fails,
right?
It fails because of a vote.
Yes.
It doesn't fail because, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Amen.
it fails because of a vote. And if it fails, usually that means there's not enough people that are advocating for that. And then they're not holding the elected representative accountable for the failed vote.
Right. Well, and in this particular instance, with the primary today in Texas, Texans go out and vote. Ken Paxton. In the primary today, with what's at stake, this is a revolt, in my opinion, of what Senator Thune has not done. Keep in mind, he has tools. We've talked here on this show, probably one of the only places you'll ever hear it described, the amendment tree, of where you can stop a filibuster just by filling the amendment tree at the beginning of calling it to session.
Why won't he?
But he can do that. He can nuke the filibuster.
Yep.
He can, there are things he can do.
One.
He will not even try. Again, you latched on to Trump's coattails, and then now you're becoming something that we have to try to drag across the finish line. That's not a leader. Get out, Texans, and vote for Ken Paxton. Keep it locked to our social media. Make sure you follow at Real Ally Leger, at Michelle Posey, and at Out of Pocket
I
Live.
hope Ken Paxton wins by a landslide. Never seen before.
That reminds me of a Dixie Chick song.
I hope so.
Anyway, she kind of went crazy.
I'm praying for him.
All right, so don't shoot the messenger here.
Also, Scott Presler is in the Punch Bowl right now on X Spaces.
Okay.
He's giving all of this information with the boots on the ground and
updates,
and just updates and just trying to get people out to go vote. So if you're listening and you're done with our show, please make sure you chime in to I think they'll be done by 11:30. Sometimes they go a little over, but
that way you can get the rest of the news. So don't hate us. Public hangings. Is this a thing? Is it coming back?
Yes, for pedophiles.
Yeah, take a look at what Tim Burchett said.
I said it. I don't care.
Tim Burchett said, I have introduced a bill to bring back hangings. Let's see if all the tough talk by Congress holds up. Support the DROP Act.
To the gallows.
The DROP Act? Okay, so in my mind, when I read this, I was like, wow, like what did he have in his coffee this morning? But then I'm reading, and he's talking about literally those that, so it says here, when the feds got his phone, this is, he's resharing this, it said they discovered this guy was talking to another pedo about getting married and adopting a baby boy to blank and groom. So when you talk about public hangings, I know that sounds like so extreme, but then you think about how people want to do this to babies. I think you could sell tickets. I think you could put that on pay-per-view. I think you could find a streaming channel and people will tune in, because that is a different type of evil. And what else do you do? How are people that are into this ever going to be migrated back into society?
They can't. They have a 100% recidivism rate.
Right?
Yes. I think America's too weak for it, to be honest with you.
And don't think these same pedos and people that have these sick fetishes aren't somehow making their way into your local after school program, your church, your schools, your ministries, your, childcare. I'm just saying, like, I love our teachers. I love our faith leaders. But if you have it in your gut to want to do something sick to a child, that's why we hold our education system to a higher standard. That's why education matters. That's why your fight for school board and in your backyard really matters, because these are gateways that people gain access to the young people, and it's worth fighting for.
This is disgusting. I would vote for this. Tim Burchett, I would vote for this. Yes, but I do think that there may not be enough sentiment for the American people. I don't think that the American people largely are going to be comfortable
They think
with
it's too
with
gory.
this situation. I think it might be a little bit too gory, but I mean, because we don't broadcast the electric chair, right?
Right.
But I do think that perhaps I don't even think we do electric chairs anymore.
Is it
I
too
think we do
morbid?
poisoning.
Like, I want to know what you think. Is this too morbid? Like, jokingly, there's a certain level of evil that like you have to protect your eyes and ears from, because it's just like social media. You keep scrolling and pretty soon it like changes the heart of a nation. And I get
Yeah.
that. But do you think that is too morbid, or do you think he's just trying to get the sentiment out? Like, we can't keep these people on your tax dollar payroll in prison forever.
Right.
Like,
And
there's
where do you draw the line, right? Like what, like you can pump somebody full of chemicals and stop their heart, and that doesn't always work. But then if you hang someone, like sometimes their neck breaks instantly and sometimes they suffocate. So it's like what are we willing to do? Or are we doing firing squad where, or you know what I'm saying? Like it's you
Oh.
struggle because you want to curb the incentive, right, of people. You want to
Yeah.
curb the behavior of people that want to do, the pedophiles of doing this.
Yeah.
But I think we also need to hold accountable the courts that are allowing them out of court, out of the system. We need to hold accountable the elected representatives that are voting to protect these individuals. I think we need to investigate and have tighter, stringent restrictions on adoption and surrogacy.
Yes.
I also think that there needs, like, it's a bigger thing.
You brought up the judges. That reminded me of something in Florida that our state legislature took care of. Missy's Law, HB 445, was signed into law, which requires judges to immediately revoke bond.
Yes.
Once a defendant's been found guilty. Think about it. They're like found guilty, and then they go home to like. So what happened in Missy's Law, the defendant was not returned to jail after after convicted or pleading guilty.
Right.
So he then went home and he killed his own daughter. And so this is
After
Missy's Law. Yeah.
Committing heinous
and
crime.
then they're also trying to get our state legislature to impeach this judge, because they do have the power to do that. So this is important. It's important that you pay attention. What do your state laws say about somebody who's been found guilty or pled guilty to a crime? Are they allowed to go back home and wait out for their trial or for their sentencing? You better do something about it. And while we're on this hot topic, this is going, I know, but I want to make sure.
Just covered this.
The gentleman patriot who owned the Trump House in Escondido, California. What I say Trump House, I mean, he's got a big corner lot and he's got a lot of Trump signs and flags. It's his private property. He doesn't live in an HOA community. Veteran Kerry Sharon, a 69-year-old who's been an Army veteran, he has since passed away after the brutal attack on him. We were praying for, I have not shown and will not show the photo that his wife put out of him in the hospital. When you see the level that these perpetrators, I think there might be two that they're looking for, beat him, unrecognizable, for the crime of having a Trump sign in his yard. Mental health awareness starts with those suffering from Trump derangement syndrome. Wow. It's a difference of frickin' opinion.
Wow.
If you don't like it,
keep walking.
Keep walking. Keep scrolling. It's crazy. I do want to play this. I thought about it and I thought about it and I thought about it. And I'm like, you know what? We will play it. This is his widow, who has returned back home. Really just, I think independent media caught up with her. I just want you to hear a little bit of what she had to say.
The doctor don't give me any he said don't have any more. ¿Que no tiene qué? No tiene esperanza, ¿verdad? Que está muy malo mi marido.
Va. ¿Qué necesita María?
I don't know. Y también un hombre se paró aquí y me dijo, yo te voy a matar, y luego lo acusa de pedófilo, de todo, lo está acusando igual que a Trump.
Her hat there, that black hat, said, "Make lying wrong again."
I can't.
When we talk about, again, I want you to think about all of the hate-filled things that people have said about our president. Again, I'm not.
And his supporters, not just our president, and his supporters.
I'm not talking about saying that you're woke. I'm not talking about saying that I don't agree with how you vote. I'm not talking about the fact that I may believe that your viewpoints are more communist, socialist. I'm not talking about those things that we say back and forth. I'm talking about calling him names that make him below the grade of humanity. They don't just do it with Trump. They do it with you and I. They do it with you. They do it with those that are elected right now that stand for what's right. They did it with Charlie Kirk. They demoralize and demean you to the point where people actually don't feel like your life is worth anything. And then somebody is triggered to the point of taking to fists and blows over a sign. And you can't undo that, and you can't take it back. And, we joke and say, Allie, like, don't California, my Florida, don't New York, my Florida, like stay in your states and largely fight for what is right. And this is a veteran, again, a veteran. Didn't die overseas in battle, died in this nation defending a president and a voice that he feels amplifies his own.
Yep.
Tell me the battle's not here in this country.
I am just sick of it. I'm sick of it. It is so disheartening. We have people that will say President Trump and his administration and the policies that are being pushed by Republicans and conservatives are killing people.
Body bags.
Where? Because the only body bags I see are conservatives. That's it. That's what I see. And that's what you see. That's what's all over the news. That's who keeps trying to assassinate our president. That's who keeps trying to assassinate children at schools in gun safety zones, gun-free zones.
Yep.
Right? Republicans and conservatives are not rioting. Republicans and conservatives are not taking up arms and shooting people they don't agree with.
Absolutely.
That's not what's happening.
And we're just going to call it out for what it is. The Democrat Party and its leaders have been vocal about celebrating the attempted assassination of Donald J. Trump multiple times. You've lost all credibility. And that's why Texans get out there and vote. Guys, check when your primaries are in your state. In Florida, it's August 18th. Make sure you get out there and vote. It's not enough for us to use our weapon of choice, our microphone and our voice.
You got to walk the walk, y'all.
You got to walk it. And I'm telling you, you have to lace up your metaphorical boots and get out there and door knock, volunteer. Make sure that you donate to your local people running for office. We got to do this together, Allie, because we live in a country that's way too good to allow that to happen.
This is just egregious. All right, y'all. We thank you so much for joining. We thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. I thank you. I thank Talk Red. I thank all of everyone that is a part of this, has been a part of this, that amplifies our message. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Keep that mic open.
You like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on social media, and make sure you follow Out of Pocket Live on all streaming platforms. Thank you, Talk Red. Guys, we will see you same time, same place tomorrow.
Yep.
Till then,
keep that mic open and stay out of pocket. We'll catch you.
Two queens, no filter. Say what they feel. Allie and Michelle keep it way too real.